high tech, high energy, high speed. In today's information age, it's all about communicating effectively and connecting efficiently. And there's no better place to do it than at the National Student Advertising Competition, sponsored by the American Advertising Federation. Each year, teams of undergraduate students representing every region of the country compete by creating a targeted marketing and communications campaign for a national client. Devise a concept, brainstorm, build a team, develop a campaign, and pitch your results, gaining the real-world, hands-on experience employers value most. The 2007 National Student Advertising Competition was sponsored by the world's premier beverage company, Coca-Cola. In an intensely competitive consumer goods category, students faced a daunting challenge: creating an integrated marketing campaign for Coca-Cola Classic, one of the world's most well-known brands. More than 150 AAF college chapters tested their ideas and skills against other school chapters in 15 districts. The top 17 teams, plus the winner of the wildcard competition, advanced to the national finals in Louisville, Kentucky. That final competition was even more intense. With the pressure mounting, each team presented with poise, polish, and professionalism. The students pitched their campaign concepts to a team of judges composed of high-level executives from Coca-Cola and leaders of top advertising agencies. The judges were especially impressed by the students' abilities to create differentiated, groundbreaking campaigns for an established product in an increasingly crowded and competitive consumer category. And now, the winning team of the 2007 National Student Advertising Competition, the University of Minnesota.
On February 13th, we conducted an experiment with 2 focus groups. Everything was the same, except one was offered Coca-Cola, the other wasn't. Take a look at what happened. No, you can say that. It doesn't have to be like an object. Yeah. This simple experiment opened our eyes to the uplifting impact that Coca-Cola has on youth. Coke is the spark that brings people together, and this will be the foundation for a dynamic campaign. Good afternoon. We are Chariot, a company that propels brands with high-impact communications. I'm Mike. With me today are Matt, Brenna, Brandon, and Megan. This afternoon, we'll present a campaign that increases Coca-Cola brand health and brand consumption.
We started with 2 rad initiatives. First, we decided to discover everything we could about 13 to 24-year-olds, the millennial market. Next, we set out to learn everything we could about the Coca-Cola brand. Then, we looked for compelling ways to connect the 2.
We began by monitoring websites and message boards, reviewing important journals and databases, and analyzing hundreds of articles. But to develop an intimate understanding of millennials and Coca-Cola, we surveyed more than 1,000 respondents across 38 states, conducted 21 focus groups, employed projective account planning techniques such as Coca-Cola Facebook profiles and collages, and conducted socialization tests like the one you just saw. Matt, tell them what we learned.
Here's what we learned about millennials. Millennials crave social interaction and are connected to each other by the shared experiences of growing up. They define themselves first and foremost by their youth. As tech-savvy consumers, they rush to products that allow them to stay connected. Millennials reward brands that fit into their lives, such as Google and Sprite, and ignore brands expecting them to adapt, such as AOL and 7-Up. We learn it was before we knew. We also learn that millennials are innately skeptical of traditional marketing messages. And finally, millennials are brand nomads who are experimental in their choices.
In addition to our own research, we wanted to learn from experts about communicating with millennials. That meant time to hit the road. First stop, New York and the offices of MTV. Over the past 25 years, no company has more closely studied youth culture. MTV taught us that it's essential to understand millennials' media habits and to be where they are. In addition, advertising must respect the way that they see themselves and reflect their experiences.
Next stop, Boston, and the offices of Cone Incorporated. Cone is an agency specializing in brand trust. We read about their 2006 millennial study and asked for a meeting to discuss the findings. Cone found millennials believe companies have a responsibility to make the world a better place. An amazing 89% of millennials, more than any other age group, are likely to switch to a brand associated with a good cause.
Third stop, the AAF Latino Marketing Conference, and an interview with Luis Fitch, creative director of UNO. We learned that the common denominator among the way millennials view themselves isn't race or culture, it's youth. And archetypal situations are understood across cultures.
While we learned a lot about the millennial lifestyle, we learned even more about their viewpoints on Coca-Cola. We analyzed how millennials view Coca-Cola and summarized their views into what we call the 6 truths.
For each truth, we see a very clear implication.
First truth, in social situations, Coca-Cola is the brand of choice because it is the most broadly accepted beverage.
Implication, Coca-Cola's advertising and promotions do not leverage the opportunity this represents.
The Coca-Cola brand is rich with imagery created by and for past generations. The collage Matt is holding is just one of many millennials made that show they view Coke in classic images.
Because of this, Coca-Cola runs the risk of becoming dated.
Coca-Cola's advertising is seen as being aimed at a traditional mass market. It's designed for everyone.
Millennials feel the Coke brand messages aren't really for them. They are only allowed to listen in.
The continual proliferation of the Coca-Cola brand portfolio dilutes the prestige of Coca-Cola Classic.
A clearer and sharper message strategy is needed for Coca-Cola Classic.
Millennials accept Coca-Cola, but they do not insist on it.
We must move Coca-Cola from an accepted brand to an insisted brand.
Because Coca-Cola is both the name of the brand and the parent company, it has a greater responsibility to engage in cause branding.
We must find a cause that will inspire millennials. And now, on to our targeting. Brandon?
We uncovered distinct segments within the millennial market, and 3 of these segments represent the best opportunity to increase brand health and brand consumption. These 3 segments account for 75% of all millennial carbonated soft drink consumption, which we call sparkling beverages, as indicated by Coca-Cola CEO Neville Isdell. The first segment, sparkling socialites, are trendsetters who take every opportunity to socialize. The social currency of inside jokes and gossip is seductive to this group, making a night without friends devastating. Sparkling socialites are especially important because in group settings, beverage choices are contagious and consumption rates rise.
Our second segment, the connected caffeinators, are on the cutting edge of technology and use it for entertainment and to connect with others. They engage in techno-tribalism, making their beverage choices a habitual accompaniment to gaming, web surfing, and time with the guys. Connected caffeinators are predominantly male and are the heaviest users of sparkling beverages. Third are busybodies. They are millennials whose days are filled with activities like school, work, and socializing. They treat their sparkling beverages as a reward during their hectic lives, making their trip to the vending machine a water cooler experience. These 3 segments will be the focus of our campaign. Meg?
To engage our segments, we've adapted the Coca-Cola communications architecture, keeping its integrity but aligning it with the millennial market. Here's how we've aligned it. On the left is the current Coca-Cola architecture, and on the right is how we've adapted it for the millennial market. For example, the positioning of physical and emotional uplift becomes favorite shared experiences. For millennials, a physical and emotional uplift is a shared experience among friends. The brand idea of happiness inside translates into belonging. Being accepted by their peers is their single greatest source of happiness. The positive side of life for our target is when they are engaged in social connections. The brand voice becomes inclusive, inviting, and playful to further illustrate our overarching idea of togetherness. The theme line will remain unchanged as our new adapted architecture defines the Coke side of life. This results in our creative positioning statement. Coke is an uplifting part of your favorite shared experiences. It's all about socialization.
And now, on to our campaign. We have a different way of thinking about advertising. We abandon traditional agency silos and instead create an integrated communications plan that incorporates all consumer touch points. It's not about media or PR or interactive. It's about a united effort to create a holistic brand experience. It's not about speaking to an audience. It's about connecting with consumers by integrating into their lives. We call this agency attitude Connections, and we have brought this new approach to our Together campaign.
Okay, let's start with commercials. These commercials will launch our campaign in movie theaters, online, and selected television programs. Our commercials engage millennials because they show Coca-Cola in archetypal situations, create a sense of community around the brand, and make Coca-Cola uplifting and heroic. Now Brenna will tell you about our spots.
All right, in our first spot, a group is competing in a spirited game of foosball while drinking Coca-Cola. The good times end when the goalie is shattered. It's game over. A quick-thinking player sees the shape of her bottle closely resembles the foosball player's. She finishes her Coke and duct tapes the bottle in place of the goalie. Coke heroically restores the good times, and it's game on. We found a song that's perfect for this commercial.
Kill the goalie. Game over.
Game on.
In our second spot, an awkward boy is drinking Coca-Cola at a party. He sees an attractive girl, but lacks the confidence to talk to her. When he sees her accidentally spill Coca-Cola on her shirt, he takes his Coke and discreetly spills on himself. He approaches her, and her embarrassment is relieved when she sees his stain. He offers her a new bottle of Coca-Cola, and they share a laugh as a connection is made. R&B music brings the party to life.
To be sure we are connecting with millennials, we conducted copy testing. The responses were outstanding. Here's what we heard.
Funny, it reminds me of me and my friends. It's like Coke's the hero, it saved the game.
That's perfect. He wouldn't hand her anything but a Coke.
I should try that.
Totally.
Now, to connect with a contemporary target, we need contemporary connections platforms. Coca-Cola will provide cutting-edge technologies to engage millennials in our brand experience. We're going to be intelligent and innovative in our use of technology. And we're going to be pretty cool while we do it. Mike, let's show them some toys.
We have uncovered software combining GPS technology, instant messaging, and cell features to offer sparkling socialites the newest revelation in social networking. Introducing MyCoke Connector. This software, downloadable at mycoke.com, turns a cell phone into a multifaceted socialization tool. Millennials can find their friends in hangout spots, instant message, and find the nearest place to grab a Coke, all through this fun, consolidated application.
And here's an idea that will better leverage the Coca-Cola partnership with iTunes to make a big splash on the millennial favored networking site, Facebook. We will create a valuable new feature called the Coke Six-Pack. Facebook friends will be able to post songs in each other's six-pack, play and buy songs they like, and create networks of music fans with similar tastes. Here's a song that fits millennials and Coca-Cola pretty well.
Come together right now over me.
Here's another connection to create new value. A new Coca-Cola partnership with EA and Microsoft will offer enhanced game patches to create new value for gamers. Connected caffeinators will form teams over Xbox Live and compete over popular EA platforms such as Madden. When teams achieve certain feats, our patch provides My Coke rewards points which can be instantly redeemed during play. Meg, tell us about social events.
Attending a concert, catching a movie, a night on the town. Spending time with friends is vital to millennials' lives. Coca-Cola will enhance these moments. Matt, let's check it out.
Coca-Cola will offer millennials an innovative way to experience concerts and connect with others by hosting Coke Side Stage. Performances by popular artists will be broadcast live in intimate, high-energy nightclubs in our target cities. Tickets are available through Coca-Cola Promotions. Also, MTV and Coca-Cola will co-sponsor a unique event called the My Story Contest. Contestants will submit their stories online at mycoke.com. Users can then go online and vote for their favorite story. A popular artist will perform the winning story as a song live at the MTV Video Music Awards.
Coca-Cola will welcome millennials back to college campuses by distributing My Coke kits in the fall. Each kit, like the one you see here, contains fun items that'll help students make new connections. For example, free movie rental, discounts on pizza, deck of cards, and of course, free Coke. Brenna, what's next?
Coca-Cola will offer Busy Buddies a vending experience unlike anything they have ever seen by introducing our Coke factories. Placed in millennial hangouts like malls, Coke factories will excite and involve our target. We've created this animation to show how Coke will be bottled before their eyes while LCD screens and Bluetooth downloads entertain. This technology, currently available in Japan, has tremendous potential. Next, we will offer Sparkling Social Lights, a new interactive movie-going experience. Before the showing of 2008 blockbusters like Step Brothers and Harry Potter, audience members can send messages across the silver screen through our Coca-Cola text to screen. This allows millennials to connect in a fun and novel way.
Like this. Let's move to cause branding. 35 years ago, Coca-Cola asked the world to sing in perfect harmony. They brought people together on a hillside in Italy to set aside their differences. Today, millennials believe the need to come together is even more important. We have found the 21st century expression of a world in harmony. It's through tolerance centers. Centers exist to foster understanding of different races, religions, and backgrounds. The simple act of becoming more tolerant can have a profound effect. It's the perfect cause for Coca-Cola. MyCoke.com/tolerance will provide direct links to sites and highlight volunteer opportunities in upcoming events. MyCoke Rewards will allow members to turn their points into donations.
Millennials will want to show their support for tolerance. By supporting tolerance centers, millennials will receive a white metal keychain inscribed with the word tolerate. The keychains, manufactured in the shape of a puzzle piece, will fit together to further represent this idea of tolerance and foster social connections.
And now we've come to programs that we call connection drivers. By the end of 2008, most vending machines will be cashless. So we'll introduce the My Coke Rewards card. Busy Buddies will be able to purchase a Coke with their prepaid card and automatically add points to their My Coke Rewards account.
At grocery stores in our 20 target cities, we will introduce My Coke Label Maker. Sparkling socialites can take pictures with friends in photo booths and print off customized labels, which can then be placed on Coca-Cola six-packs next to the point of purchase display.
Here's another retail activation program to make Coca-Cola packaging more exciting. We will create animated electronic paper display labels for Coca-Cola 12-packs. These innovative labels will be distributed 2 weeks before Super Bowl 42, creating buzz around the event and Coca-Cola.
Next is online refreshment. Online activity is central to the lives of millennials. We will upgrade Coca-Cola's online brand presence by improving the mycoke.com site. First, we reduce the use of Flash to decrease download time for an audience with a short attention span. Second, avatars need to go because they are seen by millennials as appealing to preteen target. And third, we make the site less fragmented and easier to navigate. Megan will tell you more.
We've developed a centralized website unifying all web activities. By positioning mycoke.com as the main page, each microsite will build off the URL. For example, mycoke.com/rewards or mycoke.com/scene. What is my Coke scene? Let me tell you. For additional social currency, we partnered with City Search to bring a local site highlighting the interests and lifestyles of millennials. Here's how it works. By entering their zip codes, users will receive up-to-date information on restaurants, music, movies, and special events. For example, here in Louisville, here's a restaurant Mike should take me to. Users will also be able to post their own events and recommendations on the site, allowing them to create social networks. Mike?
Our complete connections plan is in your books, along with our brand discovery tools, which monitor the effectiveness of our campaign. Matt, take us home.
You asked us to increase Coca-Cola brand health and brand consumption among millennials. Have we done this? Let's take a look. We've located the nerve center of this market. They live for relationships. There is no beverage, sparkling or still, better suited to these social situations than Coca-Cola. But here's the issue. Though it's accepted, there is no passion for Coca-Cola. We have developed a dynamic, integrated campaign that will ignite the energy in Coke. We have made Coca-Cola an uplifting part of millennials' favorite shared experiences. Our campaign helps millennials make social connections, and that makes life more fun and more uplifting. At every connection point, we don't ask them to listen, we ask them to participate. Our campaign makes Coca-Cola healthier. And when you're liked and you're appreciated, you are chosen. That is how brand health drives brand consumption. We're ready to take Coca-Cola to the next level by making it insisted by millennials. We are Chariot. Grab a Coke and hop on board, because we're taking Coca-Cola to places it's never been.